Hey guys and gals, I got another one for you today. Today I am in a very weird tank to play, the FV215B. Unlike most rear-mounted heavy tanks in the game, this one does not have a lot of armor to speak of. However, the upper plate is manageable, the turret is good, but a lot like the Panzer 7 when side scraping, it does have weak points along the turret ring, so that just makes it awkward. The other thing is, people have premium rounds like Tier 10 tank destroyers can get premium rounds through the upper plate, even though it's pretty decent. If anything shoots at the lower plate, it's going to go through because it's paper mache. And the worst part about this tank, in my opinion, behind the paper mache is the engine. And this engine gets lit on fire all the time. So you cannot go without a fire extinguisher here. And it's one of my weaker Tier 10 British crews just because I'd rather play the Chieftain and the FV202. Those are my top two. I also have a strong driver in the Badger because I really enjoy the Badger. And then another one in the Shit Barn. And really start to work through the crews at that point. My Super Conqueror, I think, probably has a driver about as equal as this one. So now, this map is interesting, especially when we're attacking. The Reds are defending. I generally like to push out the 1-2-3 line and then just fold it right into their side. But since I spawned over here, I think what the thought was, because it's been a little while since I played this game actually, was me and Hoops generally like to split up. So we can kind of split the map, and we can either play offense or defense according to whatever is going on the game, right? So if he has a ton of tanks over on his side, he can attack. If I don't have that many, I can just defend and hold, and vice versa. The great thing about this tank is this gun. This gun is super accurate, reloads fairly quick, especially for a heavy tank. It hits really hard, and it can just crank the damage out. Like, while you're driving, you can just make shots happen. So we shot in the E100's track, we lock him down. 432 is looking for a shot. This guy behind me keeps telling me to fall back, but really I just need him to push up. And I kind of understand what he's doing. Like, he just wants to make them come to us. But that's the problem when you're attacking, is too many teammates generally want to just wait for the Reds to mess up, which they could do. But if they decide to play it safe, then you run out of time. And that's really what you're against here, is the clock and the Reds. So we've gotten, I think, 1 out of 3 tracking shots to actually go through the drive wheel. And now we are landing them pretty consistently, so let's see if we can keep that up. Keep this E100 locked in place. He's got a decent driver. Now he panics and shoots his gun. If I'm side scraping. Now I hit his I missed his drive wheel, but I went into the hull there. My already shuts him down. Now we're going to see if we can get this Conqueror dead. He shoots the hill. And I missed a shot into the drive wheel. I believe I actually aimed that shot too low. Like, anticipating his drive wheel to be right there, and not realizing that I was actually on the hill, pointed at the hill. There's a medium tank behind me, and this is going to be awkward. Now it's at 432, and I can't get a shot on him, so I'm just going to take a shot from the Conqueror. Okay, no, I'm going to bounce the Conqueror shot and take a 432 shell. And finally figure out the gun angle to make that happen. My hard case finally pushes forward, realizing that we won this flank. I couldn't tell if I was aiming for the drive wheel or the hull there, but you see how quickly this thing reloads. It doesn't matter. I track him there and I get the kill. Block 2,000 damage. So the turret armor is pretty good. Obviously, there's the top hatches on all the viewports on all the British heavy tanks that can be an issue, but are hard to pen without premium rounds. And even with premium rounds, they're angled fairly decent and small targets that they're hard to hit. So as long as you're wiggling, it tends to be pretty decent. I go for the full pen here on that guy, and I was gonna ram Artie, but the guy beat me to it. So that's how that ended. But we spent all our premium rounds shooting at that E100, and we didn't even really use them effectively because we tracked them, I think, like 3 times with the premium rounds and didn't go through the side. However, as a good result, we do 5,000 damage, 2,000 blocked. So we use the lack of armor effectively, and we hold our choke, and we get to push forward and help us win the game. So our ship barn did 5,000 damage as well. Hoops kind of got in a crossfire, so he didn't do too well. That's really all I got for you guys. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and I will catch you in the next video.